TechLink, Hungrybox, Mango, Moist Critical, Trihex, ESPN, and Ludwig are all huge content creators that have decided to gang up and extort Nintendo, a brand that brought us such titles as Mario, Zelda, and Wii Party games. Such a wholesome brand whose very foundation is cemented on fun for the whole family. Yet these content creators have decided that families are unimportant, and they seek to steal away Nintendo's Melee IP, using the threat of unleashing their followings as blackmail.
Nintendo is like inhabited by nothing but Neanderthals afraid of fire. It is pathetic.
The press is famous for getting things wrong. They called kids entertainer PewDiePie a Nazi, they claimed Bush wasn't responsible for 9/11, and now they are spinning lies to deface the name of Nintendo, a family-run all-American enterprise. This was the latest picture that the Nintendo CEO posted. How did it start? How did these tasteless bullies conglomerate? For years, the toxic Melee community has been running tournaments which elicit rampant reports of sexual harassment, racism, used needles being left in bathrooms, and public bestiality. This is not the first time that Nintendo has stepped in, trying to cancel these tournaments. COVID-19 has had many negative effects. However, one positive is that all Melee tournaments were cancelled. This has led to a global downtrend in cancer cases. Last week, Big House, a frat house of Melee players, decided to put on a tournament. A Melee tournament more akin to an online beer pong game than anything Nintendo ever intended. With viewer anonymity, the toxicity was set only to increase. The Nintendo asked them, pleaded them, begged them to postpone. But Nintendo, being a small, home-strong enterprise, was ignored. However, after Nintendo found out the organizers were illegally sharing online copies of the game, Nintendo decided it had to do something to protect a game that the developers had put their heart and soul into. Despite having such a small voice, they hired a lawyer and sent the frat house a cease and desist letter. Since then, many content creators, some of which sponsored the event, have made inflammatory, slanderous attacks against Nintendo. The main culprits being Ludwig News, an entity that monopolizes Pokemon cards, Moist Critical, a dildo-obsessed fetish artist, and Mango, one of the worst fruits of the bunch. We can't let these chauvinistic incels defeat family values. This isn't a fight for a game, this is a fight for democracy, a fight against oppression and cancel culture. Take your stand and free Nintendo. What can you do? Use the hashtag #FreeNintendo, share this video, and make sure to subscribe to stay up to date with the most premium of boutique news sources. Yours sincerely, an anonymous freedom fighter.